Alright, hello everybody. My name's Evan Goodman. I'm the director of the website that you guys are watching this on. And the goal of these podcasts that I'm doing is it's going to be like a set of 3 or 4 podcasts. And my goal is to educate you guys and give you different perspectives on global warming from different types of people in our country. So, this is Connor Smith. He goes to school with me, so we're going to be asking him questions about what he thinks of global warming. Alright, so Colin, in your opinion, what actually is global warming? Like, is it real? Is it a thing? Or is it just something else?
I feel like global warming is a thing, but maybe not like on the scale that everyone's saying it is.
Yeah. So do you think it's caused by humans, or do you think it's just like a natural cycle?
I think mainly it is a cycle. I feel like the earth goes through cycles of this like warming and cooling, but I don't think that humans are like helping in any way. Like,
Yeah.
I think like they are making it worse, but it like mainly is a cycle.
So you think that eventually, even if humans don't stop doing what they're doing, it's going to cool back down?
I think it'll cool back down, but like maybe not to how cold it was like the last time or something.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because based on like the research that I've done, so since like the agricultural revolution, okay, so I do believe that carbon dioxide increases cause temperature increases.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you look at it since like the agricultural revolution, which was like a long time, it was like 800,000 years ago or something like that. So since then, like carbon dioxide, if you look at a graph, carbon dioxide goes up, temperature goes up, it goes down, temperature goes down, right? So like say that this was like the highest point, and then once the industrial revolution hit, which was like 100 years ago or so, that it's up here now.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like an extremely unprecedented like rise in temperature.
Yeah.
Which is why like, a lot of environmentalists are thinking like this is such a big problem because it might be like we might be going through a cycle of like hot times.
But it
like
appears
hot times.
that way.
What do you mean?
Like it appears that we are making it worse.
Yeah, because like we could be going through like a hot cycle, right? But then like we're also putting on top of it what we're doing. So in like your opinion, do you think it's a threat to like our survival or like other species survival, or do you think it's all gonna level out at some point?
I think it will level out, but like I feel like it could also be a major threat to species because I feel like certain species were made for certain ecosystems and certain environments, and like for us where we can survive in those like environments, I like some are just like specialized to that environment. So if that it's altered, then I feel like that can mess it up.
So do you think it could be a threat to humans, like in the future, and this temperature rise doesn't go down? Like say hypothetically, it doesn't go down. Will we be able to adapt, or is it the final straw?
I think we would be able to adapt, but it would also be hard because a major part of our lives and the stuff that we do relies on the other things. Yeah. And that includes like the plants, the stuff like that, different animals.
Yeah.
So.
And because like I've listened to people who have said that like they think technology will be able to save us from the climate change and stuff.
I think. I feel like technology could only do so much in a certain way. Like when it comes down to it, I think it's like you gotta take technology all that away, and it's just like the earth and how it works. Like that's like the basis.
Yeah, because say like technology was used, we could save humans. Like we may not be able to save other species. Yeah. So then if we don't save other species, then we're in turn hurting ourselves.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So, do you think that like the politicians are taking it seriously enough? Like, focus on our country, like at first.
I feel like they want to make it appear like they take it seriously, but like I feel like at the same time, when it comes down to it, it's just politics, and like part of it's making it look good and putting a facade on, and trying to make that cover.
Yeah. And especially like with like Brazil and those forests, like the Amazon is on fire and stuff, because like the leaders there have rejected money and don't really see it as a threat. So like that's where I see it like going towards, especially here, because a lot of like the high political figures, they like tend to say global warming isn't real, but it looks like they do believe that it is, but they don't want to admit it because it could hurt them financially.
Yeah.
Because like the big oil companies and stuff.
And I feel like that also goes both ways, because then there's some people that may not believe it, but they say they do to try to gain the people that are more.
So it's just like it's playing the political system,
Yeah.
like who you want to get fired.
I think that's a big part of it, but I do think there are some people that care.
Yeah. So like, do you think that the government should establish policies that will like help stop the Earth from warming?
I mean, yeah, I think setting restrictions is kind of necessary in this situation.
Like, do you have anything particular like a carbon tax? So like a carbon tax is where you pay, so however much carbon you release into the environment, you have to pay a certain amount of money for how much you use. So like, do you think that's plausible, or do you think that's like a little bit stretched?
I feel like that's a little bit stretched.
Yeah.
I don't think like that should be established.
But then, like, again, looking at like an environmentalist point of view, like if you look at India,
yeah,
they're like the biggest contributor of carbon dioxide, and literally like in the whole world.
Yeah.
So like putting a carbon tax on India
might
actually do something.
And then I think that just kind of comes down to your point of view and your like what point of view you're looking at and what perspective you're taking on. Because someone from like us, like where we live, it's like nothing's wrong. We got all 4 seasons. Like we're okay. And then you go to India and you see that, like, you know, there's like some of the people we know who go to India say like you go there and you have to take a day of rest, like to like get settled, because it's so much different there. It's so much hotter. It's
temperature
like
differences.
So much humid. Like
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. So what else? I'm probably gonna have to cut the video and then start it over again because I don't know what else to